What is good, Josh? I'm the Full Game Man, back with yet another reaction video, baby. And today we are back with another anime review, as we are back with, let me preface this, Haiku, A Hero no Sora, have two things in common with the anime we're looking at today. If you guys can tell by the title of this, we are looking at Kuroko's Basketball. It's a sports anime up on the channel. We've done 3 of these reviews here so far, and all 3 have been different types. Action slash, fighting, banging it out. OP, main character. And then today we got sports anime, which has slowly become my second favorite type of anime, second favorite genre of anime, because I just love the passion that the players are playing with. You really talk about feel good, bring you to a tear animes. For me, maybe because I played sports, it's more personal. That's what sports animes do to me. So this one right here, Kuroko's Basketball, is probably the closest I got to real life shedding boohoo tears. I'm not gonna lie to you. The ending in this anime, I'm not gonna spoil it at all, but it got me to boohoo tears. So let's go ahead and rewind and talk about the history of Kuroko's Basketball, man. So we have what is called the Generation of Miracles, 5 legendary middle school players that go into high school, different high schools in the area, all to see who's the best, and a phantom 6th member that got overshadowed but even respected by the 5 themselves, as far as the 5 of them each wanted him to go with them to their different schools to keep elevating their games, because they knew they needed them. Each of these 6 players had a different specialty when it came to basketball. You had your copycat player. He could do anything that anybody else saw him do. Think of like how people say Kobe modeled his game after MJ. He did everything that he did, and you can see side-by clips of them doing that. And you got, and each of their different names corresponds with the color here too. So it's orange or yellow, I guess, whichever way you want to look at it. You had the red. Well, we won't get to red. Red is a little bit later. Green, which is the 3-point specialist. Think if you're like Larry Bird, Steph Curry, he could shoot it from anywhere on the court and it was going in, money every single time. You had blue, Daiki Akamichi. I'm not good with names, y'all. I'm not, but Daime, maybe something along those lines. Everybody has heard the quote, that is him. He is the give me the ball hog, one-on-one player. No one can touch me. No one is better than me at all. Like, just give me the rock and get out my way. That's more so too. Also, like your Kobe, your MJ, your LeBron, I want to say you're like your Derrick Rose in his prime, but he was still passing. Then you also have the big man of the group in purple. You know what I'm saying? It's basically your normal rim protector on offense and defense. You can't score on him. You can't stop him from scoring. He's the tallest person on the team. Easy blocks, easy dunks, and he's even blocking at the 3-point line if you try to get away from him. He's everywhere. And then you have the leader, which I think he actually did have red hair, and he was mainly just kind of like, you were just wondering the whole time, what is his ability and how is he just like a good leader?
もちろん覚えているよ、鏡大河。一つだけ忠告しておこう。僕と目線を変えずに話すことを許しているのは僕に従う者だけだ。逆らう者は何人たりとも見下ろすことを許さない。図が高いぞ。
Because he seemed to have control over everybody and telling them exactly what to do, but no, this was a true, just like all arounder. Honestly, really, he was just a true field general, all around player. And honestly, I would probably liken his character mostly to a Kobe, just because of the way he talked to his teammates, the way he got the most out of his teammates, and the way that you still knew where the ball needed to go and do what he said. Like, that would probably be what I liken mostly to Kobe. It's just his character development and just the way that he was able to do it. Because he also was a very good ball handler. He told you to sit down, your ankles were broke, and it didn't even look like he moved, but you were on the floor. Like, and hit you with the coldest, your head's a little too high for me. And the next thing you know, you're on the ground looking up at him like, how did that even happen? I don't even remember seeing the crossover. I didn't even see anything to go for a fake. Like, yeah, no, you're on the ground. Great ball handler, great dribbler. Maybe like a little AI in him. You know what I'm saying? As far as the ball handling goes, I mean, he was able to cross Jordan. And then this Phantom 6, man, he just kind of came out of nowhere with just crazy assist abilities, because he was so bad at every aspect of the game that you would forget he's on the court. And it looks like they're about to pass you, like, oh, okay, cool, easy steal. And this man comes out of nowhere, whoop, over to the open man that you just left. And you're like, wait, when did you even get here? Like, you don't even notice his presence on the court because it's so bad. And so what ended up happening is those 5 go to different schools. They got tired of winning 3 straight championships, and it wasn't even about basketball no more. While the 6th man, Kuroko, he loved basketball still. He just wanted them to find that love again. So he goes somewhere off on his own and actually matches up with somebody from the US who was in Japan. He went to the US to play basketball, came back, and that is now our new, kind of second main character, 1A, 1B, Shadow and Light, right? And so he comes back and he hears about the Generation Miracles and he wants to beat them. And he uses Kuroko to do so. They match up, they start to really build a friendship, a bond together, and they one by one start to take these guys out. First starting with the copycat, then going to the 3-point, and then he finally faces off against Daimi one-on-one and sees what it actually takes to kind of get to the level. Then we get to the playoffs and he faces them again and actually beats them this time. Then they have to go against the purple hair dude, beat him. Then they go up against the final last boss and they're able to finally pull off the full clean win. And then after that, they go and play against these guys that they're supposed to be mimics of like the Globetrotters here in the US, but they made them like real dicks, like real straight up a-holes for real, like did not care about anything. So the Generation of Miracles team up with a couple other bench players from some of the other teams that are good to go fight and take them down. That's kind of the whole synopsis, right? And so, I mean, it's just so feel good because you start to feel bad. I mean, you start to learn that there's this other group that was before them, the Uncrowned Kings, that were supposed to be like them as far as Generation Miracles before their time, but got dethroned by the Generation Miracles, and how bad it was and how good they were. And so you get to meet a team that has like 3 or 4 of them on them, and how bad they actually are mentality wise. They were definitely not about team play, winning by any means necessary, playing dirty. And one of them actually ends up being the center on the team with Kuroko. And knowing that he has a bad knee, and it's kind of like ACL injury, and they keep going after and attacking it, and they just keep going after him. And so here in the Uncrowned Kings kind of get brought into it is a different level. You start to feel bad because it is his last year. He's a 3rd year. As part of the Uncrowned Kings, he really wants that championship so bad, and to be able to do it with his friends as much as possible, because he doesn't know if he'll be able to play basketball ever again after this year, because that's how much he's putting into his body. They really tell him, like, sit out the year, you could play at the at college or the next level. And he's like, no, I want to finish this last year out. And they're like, if you play here, you'll never play again. Just hearing that and teammates listening in on it, and it happens to be his best friend at the time too, watching them have and share that moment as his resolve just hardens to come back onto the court and play no matter what, doesn't even care about his future. Boy, every time I watched the episode, I wanted to go hoop. I'm not gonna lie to you, every episode made me want to go to the court and immediately start picking up a basketball and start just and like, especially when they started talking about like getting into the zone. Every actual athlete knows what it means to be in a zone. It feels like you can do no wrong. It feels like there's nothing the opposition can do to you to stop you and get you off your game. You are just that dude, that girl, for whatever period of time it lasts, a quarter, a half, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're just that player. You're him. You're her. But the way they described it, like having their eyes just light up, just like seeing the emotion fade from your face, and like this glowing aura just kind of come around you, and you just know that you're in the zone. Like, if in the zone had real world applications, that's probably what it would look like. You'd be standing on the field and someone would just be glowing, just natural aura, like, and their eyes would just look desolate, no expression on their face, like the D Rose face when he shot that shot and he jumped into his arms. He just, like, that's literally what probably in the zone would look like for everybody, and except you would just be surrounded by a color, whatever color would represent you. For me, it'd probably be red because it's my favorite color. But just having that explained and seeing them like literally battle it out in the zone, not able to be touched, trying to find defensive ways to stop there in the zone, trying to find a level past being in the zone. Like, they were actually talking about a second zone basically. And so you got into the zone, but the zone only lasted so long. But then there was a zone past that took you to a whole nother level. And only Kagami was able to get to that point. That's the guy from the US. Only Kagami was able to get there and finally find that door. And it's because everybody kept describing, like, there's something there at the door. It's stopping. It's just a person. It's just a person. And that person was, they say it was Kuroko, but basically it was teamwork. It was having somebody believe in you, having something to fight for, having somebody to help you was what helped you open that door, get into the zone, and it was a longer lasting zone. And so slowly, one by one, while they were getting beat, finally realizing that their ideology about basketball was not overpowering Kuroko's and getting the same ideology back, you start to see all of them start to fall in love with the game again, starting to meet up and playing basketball more often. And then, you know, you just had the ending, which, like I said, I'm not spoiling the ending. If you want to see it, if you haven't seen it already, go watch it. If you have seen it, let me know, did it get you to cry too? But I'm not gonna lie, seeing them in that location about to do that, it got to me. I shed a couple tears there watching it. I was like, bro, no, I wanted another season. I wanted it to keep going. Like, it was just crazy. So that's pretty much about all I got on it here. Oh yeah, I gotta get my rating here, 0 to 10. I'm giving this anime a perfect 10 out of 10 to me. It is a fire anime as far as sports animes go. Actually, give me a 9.9 out of 10, because me personally, I regard Haiku above this as far as my favorite sports anime. This is number 2. So Haiku's got the 10 out of 10. This got the 9.9 out of 10, slightly below it. Got to, for respect, gotta have a standings, gotta have a ranking list. But let me know what you guys think about it down below. How did you guys like it? Who is your favorite character? If you could be one of those 6 characters, or really 7, we'll throw Kagami in here. If you could be one of those 7 and have their powers, who would you want to be? Me personally, I would still want to be Daimi. And I'm probably saying his name wrong, so I'm gonna say blue hair. I would probably still want to be him. No lie at all. Like, I would definitely still want to be him. Now, if you really do pick Kuroko, Tetsuya, you gotta tell me why. If you think that you would rather be Tetsuya, you gotta let me know why down below. I gotta see if we have any Tetsuya believers. But let me know what you guys are giving on a scale of 0 to 10 too as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next anime review, man. It's been your boy SGG, aka Black Okage, Black Avatar, and King Leo, aka Smooth Basketball. Let me know if y'all want to see some 2K gameplay on the gaming channel. Maybe it's just talking about it makes me want to go play some basketball, some cons. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, though. I'm going for the day. Peace.